Ditching Instagram is a mistake. With over 1.3 billion active monthly users, Instagram is one of the most widely used social media platforms. And yet some creators think it's time to move on from it, to focus their attention on other platforms because TikTok is more popular right now or Instagram isn't incentivizing us enough. And I say they're wrong. First and foremost, this video is sponsored by $80, but we'll get to that in a minute. Over the past year, we've seen Instagram change up their algorithm, whatever that means, and they're trying to deliver content to your feed that it thinks you want to see. Instagram has also come out and said that they're no longer a photo sharing platform and that they're focusing on video over photo.
We're no longer a photo sharing app or a square photo sharing app.
I wonder why. Okay, so where do I stand on all this? I believe that Instagram is still one of the kings when it comes to social media, and I don't think there's any denying it. But these other platforms and the changes to Instagram do pose a credible threat to our successes as creators and businesses on Instagram. Instagram is still a must-have account for all people and businesses. And if we want to compare it to TikTok or Facebook, those are more like nice to haves. We actively search for people, businesses, information, etc. on Instagram, and TikTok is more of like a passive content consumption and entertainment. At the end of the day, if you're trying to grow a social media presence, it's always good to diversify and don't keep all your eggs in one basket because you don't know which social media platform can be the next big thing. Remember Vine? You should still focus your efforts on Instagram, but stay up to date on trends and just learn to adapt. And if it's done right, Instagram could be more fruitful for you than ever before. Any and all social media platforms are in the business of keeping eyeballs, so they have to pivot to be able to do you a service on that platform as well, even if it may not feel that way as they make those big changes. So maybe change your mentality from I'm here feeding and serving the Instagram algorithm to how do I get the Instagram algorithm to work for me? And here's a great way to do that. By now, if you're watching this video, you may have heard of the $80 strategy as made popular by Gary Vee.
Gosh.
You need to become part of the community, not just pushing out.
I'm a little late to the game on this, but my editor Josh has used this for his own business. He has a hat brand called 7 Hill. If you haven't heard of the $80 strategy before, I'll give you a really quick rundown. In order to grow on Instagram, people need to know who you are, obviously. So you have to introduce yourself, start conversations, and engage with your niche community. That's people who like the same stuff as you. Now with the $80 strategy, the idea is to leave your 2 cents being a comment and a like on 90 different posts every day. 2 cents times 90 posts equals $80. Now you do this by backtracking through hashtags to isolate and target specific accounts in a similar niche. Gary's original video was posted back in 2017, and while that strategy in theory sounds great, it has a few downsides. For starters, it takes a lot of time out of your day, valuable time that you could spend on your actual business or in creating content. There's also a risk of getting action blocked from your account, and this is when you comment or like too frequently, and Instagram thinks that you're some sort of spam bot and then blocks you from using the platform for a period of time. Literally the opposite of what we are trying to do. It's also a pain in the butt to do this strategy on a phone because you spend half your time just trying to navigate through the different hashtags since the platform isn't exactly built for this sort of activity. Now, luckily, what I am presenting to you right now is a solution to these problems, which is the sponsor of today's video, and that's $80. $80 is a tool that helps you streamline the $80 strategy, and it makes it easier to grow your account and engage with your audience. It's a web-based platform that connects to your Instagram account, pulls a bunch of content from your targets, and we'll get there in a second as to what that means. And from there you can comment and like posts all within this one web page. I honestly wish I had this years ago because I used to do all of this manually and it was not fun. So how does it work? I'm going to start with the setup and run you through it. First, you need to download the $80 Chrome extension and follow the steps to connect it to your Instagram account. And for this whole tutorial, I'll be using an example of a photographer, but you can apply the same process to any creative or business. Next, you're gonna go down here to targets and start by creating a new target collection. So you're gonna think of these as different subcategories of your niche. For example, I'm a photographer from Toronto, so I could make a target called Toronto photographers. Now, for hashtags, the important thing to remember is to just use very specific hashtags. For example, don't just target hashtag photography. Think about the type of photos you take and then look for hashtags that align with it. I would suggest taking a few minutes to Google the most popular hashtags for portrait photography or whatever your niche is to find specific hashtags that have a lot of activity on them. From there, you can narrow down your target collection by location. And for this collection, I'll choose Ontario, the province that Toronto is in, if you are not aware. Then there's this feature over here called profiles. So you can add either specific Instagram profiles or all profiles that have a specific search term included in their name or username. Now, Beautiful Destinations is a great example of the kind of account that I would want to add here. And why is this useful? If an account is tagged in a post, then the account that posted the post is most likely a part of your target audience. Does that make sense? Okay, hold your horses, everyone. This next part is very important for you to understand. As I mentioned earlier, Instagram will action block you if they think you're being too spammy. So $80 has a solution to this. They will actually space out your comments, and they give you 4 different speed options on how you can do this. So go up here to the profile icon and click on settings. Then just scroll down until you see queue speed. And by default, this will be set to slow or 30 comments per hour. And this is what they recommend, and it's also what I would recommend. If you want to be a bit more adventurous, then you can opt for the medium or fast setting, but $80 can't guarantee the safety of your account if, Instagram picks up on that and they could block you or close your account. I don't really know. Just don't let that happen. It's a scary place to be. Okay, enough setup. Let's get into the engaging. Now over here on the posts tab. Over here on the posts tab. Over here on the post tab, this is your home base and where you'll start commenting. You'll be able to see all the hashtags, locations, and profiles from your target collection. So if you click on a post, you can comment and like, and then $80 will just add it to your post queue. Once you're done, you'll see that up here, there's a progress bar telling you how many posts you've engaged with that day. So that's kind of cool. You can also go over to the Explore tab, which is an exact copy of the Explore page that you have on your Instagram app. You can do the same thing here with commenting and liking, and it'll count towards your progress for the day. So why does all of this matter at the end of the day? It really just goes back to what Gary Vee was originally saying and what a social media network is intended for, and that's community and connection.
You need to become part of the community, not just pushing out.
You're on social media to connect with people that align with your vision, niche, brand goals, whatever, and that's always going to be how you grow on Instagram, and a tool like $80 just simplifies that journey. So don't ditch a platform that as of today is a staple for everyone, creators and consumers alike. If you guys like this video, please give it a like down below, subscribe if you're not already, and hit that notification bell to get notified for all future videos, and I will see you in the next one.